Hello everybody and welcome back to D.W.W gardening. Today I'm going to be planting out for you my sweet potato plants. So I'm going to show you the process of how I manage to plant my sweet potatoes each year. So I'm going to show you the process. I'll show you the plants. These are the plants what I potted on from the last video. As you can see, they're nice and healthy still. And I've got a big pot what I'm going to be using. That's one of them. I'm also going to be using a potato tub, maybe, and one of these black flexi tubs. So I'm going to show you the process of what I do each year. Right, so what I do each year, I've got some koi. This is a grow bag version, but you can get the other one. I only brought this one because it was cheap. You can get these in the pound shop. That's where I got these for £1, believe it or not. And this makes up to 10 litres. So what I'll do, I don't use the bag because you can use the old bag. I just take the block out and soak the block. And I can get it open. So that is what the koi looks like. You can also plant it straight into compost, but make sure you've got some loose compost what the potatoes can swell properly. So I'm going to put this in the water, let that soak down for a while. Right, got my gloves. So it does take a while, although they tell you it's very quick. It's not a quick process. Gotta put that in and let the water soak into it. So it does take a while. So in the meanwhile, we've got some compost. As you can see, this is a very loose one, but sometimes you get these compost. This is one what I brought. And you can see it's quite loose, although it's got bits in it what you might have to take out. Put some of this in there and give that a good stir in. You can see it's a nice strawy texture to it, so it's nice and loose. It's got bits in it. Really I should be sieving it, but I haven't got, which is what I might end up doing, is just sieving the bottom. That's the bottom bit, so I can just leave that. Then I might just sieve it through because it's a bit, got a lot of stuff in it what I don't like seeing in there. So I'll just do this and then I'll get back to you. Right, so I've got my tub about quarter way fill. It might look like it's more, but it's less. So I'm going to get some of the wet one of this now, what's come off separated. And then all what you're going to be doing is mixing it in with your compost. This is just like coconut fibre. If you go to buy your sweet potatoes from an Indian shop, you'll see they've got this sort of this fibre in the box. If you can't get the coir, you can always ask them if they can keep it for you. So all what this helps to do is to retain the moisture, give it its own thing. If you see any lumps what's not come apart, because this says it takes 10 minutes, but believe you me, it takes a lot longer than that. So bear that in mind when you're doing this. I should have started this from this morning, but I wanted you to all to see what was going on. So just mix that in with the dirt what you had, what you've got. I'm going to get the camera to come in more so you can see what it looks like. So all what you want to do is be mixing in the compost with the fibres from this. So you can see it breaks apart, but it takes a while for it to alter the water to dissolve into it, because as you can see it's still a big square, and that's been longer than 10 minutes. So I'll carry on with this, and once I'm ready for planting I'll get back to you. Right, so got this still dissolving out. Don't know why they tell you 10 minutes, it takes ages. So all you're just doing is just mixing it in with the compost what you've got already. It gives it makes it a bit looser as well. Just bring that forward so you can see what's going on. If you're doing this and you see lumps, just put it back in the water. So I'm going to do this one with a mixture of the coir and compost. So what you're going to do now, just going to top that up now with some compost. So we've got our pot nicely filled. And to that now, I'm going to add some blood fish and bone. and just a little bit, about a handful of chicken manure pellets. You don't need a lot of this. This is just to give it a start. Over the growing season, I might top it up again with a little bit more blood and bone, but you don't really need to put a lot in it because you don't really need the foliage, you just need the roots. So I'm just going to dig that in a bit. And if over the season your dirt goes down to a certain level, you can always top it up. So what you do, I'm going to be putting 2 in here. So what you do, you make it hole. As you can see, that's a nice healthy plant. And you're taking it out of the pot. As you can see, you've got nice root system coming through it already. And when you plant sweet potato, you don't plant them upright like that. You plant them at an angle like that. That's because you want the roots going down into the pot. You want the roots, this root system now is growing along the stem. So what happens is, once it grows, the roots go down. If you put them upright, then you just get the root system going down, but if you put them sideward, then it grows sideward. So you just want to put that in and then just cover it. We'll put another one over this side. So I'm just going to look for which one's got. This one's I've got 2 varieties, but I don't know the name of them. And if anybody was growing them, don't know when this video is going to come up, but I've still got a lot of shoots. I've put them on Facebook and on some other places. Some people's come and picked some up already. So I just sell the shoots straight from a jar. So that one's going in there, and that's all there is to it. If you want, you can add some more of the coir to the top, which would just keep in the moisture. Or if you just want to use it as a dressing for the top of your pot, you can do that. So that's one of the sweet potato pots. So I'm going to do another one, and then I'll show you that process as well. Right, so I've got some compost in this one of these flexi tubs. You'll see. And to that, I'm going to put some blood chicken bone and some chicken manure pellets. Just mix that in. Then I'm going to add in some of this coir. So I'm just going to mix that in now. top this back up now. Some more compost. So this one, as you can see, is mostly compost in this one. You can see it's got some rubbish in there as well. So that's your compost. A little bit of fish and bone on top of that again. Stick that through. I'm going to put 2 in this one as well. Someone says if you're thinking of putting them in a raised bed or anything like that, it won't work. I don't know, you would have to have a lot of loose compost in there, especially if it's in a raised bed, because they're going to go a lot deeper down. The root system is got what it sends off is going to go all the way down as well, so a raised bed don't work, and it wouldn't work just planting it directly into your soil as well. I've tried that and it just stays there for the whole season and it doesn't get anywhere, so this is why I plant mine in containers. You can see the rooting system on that. Just going to plant it at an angle. Might look small in the pot for now, but once it gets going, it's going to take up all of the foliage what it gives off. Seeing which one's bigger. See the root system's already come down. You can see some redness into the root system, so that's where your sweet potatoes are at the moment. So just cover that over. You want to put some of the koi on top, you can put some on the top. I'll have to invest in some more of this if I go to the pound shop and see it again. So I got mine from the pound shop. I don't know if pound stretchers might have some. If you go to your garden centre, it's going to be a lot of money for the koi, because they use it for other plants as well. But just to keep in the moisture, when you water, you know that you got something what's holding the water system to it. So that's another one finished. So I've put 2 in there. So I hope you all like this video, how to plant out your sweet potatoes slips. So over this season I'm going to be showing you the progress of them coming on and how they're getting on. So please remember to like and share and subscribe to the channel. Press the notification bell so when we do new videos you can get them straight away. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one. You take care and happy gardening.